Majority.
Honorable Speaker, let me join the leader of minority in expressing concern over that issue. But Honorable Speaker, I want to take a different trajectory because we have been through this since the advent of the bicameral parliament after the 2010 constitution in 2013. And fortunately, myself and Honorable Junet were in that first parliament of the bicameral parliament post the 2010 constitution. Honorable Speaker, this is an issue that every house, every parliament since the 11th parliament has had to deal with. But I must congratulate you, Honorable Speaker, and the current Speaker of the Senate, because at least in this 13th parliament, you have endeavored to make sure that there isn't too much friction between the two houses. But clearly, there are forces still within the institution of parliament that do not want peace. The Honorable Junet is saying there are dark forces, and there must be very dark forces, Honorable Speaker, that do not want peace. Honorable Speaker, there is that thing that circulates on social media where someone says, I don't want peace. And it looks like there are people within this institution of parliament, especially the other house, who do not want peace between the bicameral houses of parliament. Honorable Speaker, I was saying I want to take a different trajectory because you sit at a different place from the Speaker of the Senate. You are the chair of the Parliamentary Service Commission. Being the chair of the Parliamentary Service Commission, Honorable Speaker, and having a bigger representation from this house in the Parliamentary Service Commission, you stand at a pivotal place to ensure that we do not spend any more resources prosecuting cases in court over issues that as leaders we can settle amicably, Honorable Speaker. Because it makes no point for taxpayers' money that has been appropriated by this House to the Parliamentary Service Commission to be expended on lawyers in court to go and review a matter that was already resolved by the Supreme Court, Honorable Speaker. If there is no greater wastage of public resources, I do not know what we would call this, Honorable Speaker. And I want to call on you, Honorable Speaker, as the chair of the Parliamentary Service Commission, to call to order the accounting officer in the Senate, Honorable Speaker, to ensure that no public resources are expended. If senators want a review of that judgment by the Supreme Court, let them contribute from their salaries, Honorable Speaker, because the provisions of Article 109, 110, and 111 of the Constitution, all the way to 114 on money bills, Honorable Speaker, are so explicit that you do not need to have gone to any law school. I have never been to law school, Honorable Speaker. I only studied commercial law and the law of tort when I was doing my commercial law in my CPA studies.
You studied rudimentary law.
let me not call it rudimentary law, Honorable Speaker. At least I studied some commercial law, basic law. And yeah, the basic elements of law, Honorable Speaker, you do not need to be a lawyer to be able to interpret Article 109, 110, 111, and 114 of our Constitution. How many bills have we returned, Honorable Speaker, from this House because they have come with a money bill effect, contrary to the provisions of Article 109 and 114 of our Constitution? Therefore, Honorable Speaker, I want to agree with the minority leader. As much as we are waiting for your communication on that matter, please, as the chair of the Parliamentary Service Commission, move the Parliamentary Service Commission to embargo any expenditure on matters to do with court cases between the Senate and the National Assembly. If that is not possible, Honorable Speaker, from your position as chair of the Parliamentary Service Commission, we would stand guided because we appropriate money to the Commission. We can do what we need to do at budget making process, even as we go to the supplementary budget, to make sure that we do not appropriate resources to be spent in court on lawyers, Honorable Speaker, over things that we can resolve here. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Robert, I don't want to escalate this. I want it. Okay, I'll give you